one last time, anybody on the Zoom before we let our guests go? Okay. All right.
Over to Karine for the hard stuff.
Thanks, Amanda. Okay, let me start off with the question on leaks, and I know you had asked specifically about the Prime Minister and the President's meeting yesterday. It did not come up, the leaked document in that conversation, so I can confirm that for all of you. As far as our relationship with that came from Antonello on our relationship with allies, and we have said this before. My NSC colleague was asked this question, and I believe my DoD colleagues, Department of Defense colleagues, also answered this question as well throughout the week. Is that we have U.S. officials who are engaging with allies and partners at high levels on having these conversations. We're just not going to read out any private conversations, so I'll leave it there. Go ahead, Mary.
We've seen the Washington Post reporting about the alleged leaker. What does it say about the security of our nation's top secrets if they're able to be posted online like this in a chat room, apparently for years, undetected?
So I'll first say this. As you know, there's an ongoing investigation that's being led by the Department of Justice. That's something that the Department of Defense quickly asked for once they learned about these documents. And I will also say the Department of Defense has said they have taken steps to further restrict access to sensitive information. Look, we are certainly reviewing the national security implications of the disclosure, and I can add that to mitigate the impact the release of these documents have on our U.S. national security and also on our allies and partners as well. And so this is something that we are taking very seriously. There is an ongoing investigation. DoD has taken steps to restrict access to these documents, and definitely don't want to get ahead of what's currently happening.
And just one more. Does the President feel the Pentagon needs to reassess how it monitors social media, these kinds of platforms, or maybe even the activities of its own employees on these platforms?
So, and I think we've mentioned this before, this is something for the intelligence community. They have conversations clearly at that level. Don't want to get ahead of that, and just want to be very careful here. We do believe that social media companies have a responsibility to their users and to the country to manage the private sector infrastructure that they create and now operate. So we do believe that they have a responsibility, but I'm just not going to. And we urge, right? We normally urge companies to avoid facilitating those circulation of material detrimental to public safety and national security. But any further conversations or how changes are going to happen as it relates to that, I'm certainly not going to speak to that here.